a tree. Hit that tree. Welcome everybody to my channel, The Apprentice Adventurer. I'm super pumped. I'm out here filming, talking through my GoPro, filming with my drone. But I am at what I would deem Sydney's hardest fire trail. Drop in the comments if you disagree. Wheeny Creek, Geese Arm Road South Trail. The reason why I say it's the hardest is because it's so close to Sydney. If you want something hard that's close to Sydney and the masses, this is it. Yeah, there's plenty more up the mountain, but you've got to travel 40 more minutes. So this place is open for business, but for whatever reason, a bit of an influx of comments. How hard, how easy, what's the best bike, what's the type of terrain, is it public access, and so on. I have been out here recently a few times. Perhaps that's triggered I just assumed this was general knowledge, but maybe not. So I thought, why not come out here and film all the hard stuff so you know what to get yourself into. But don't be mistaken, this is one way in, one way out. Whatever you go down and up, you have to go up and down to get back out. But I've seen on a few channels recently, I did a bit of Googling the last few days, and a lot of people claim to have done this trail. But when I look at the video, don't be mistaken, 5 kilometers that way, Geese Arm South Trail, that is the little boys trail. That is the warm-up. I am talking about this 150 metre wide entrance, pick your own route, another 5 kilometres, I'll measure exactly how far, but this is the big boy section this way, and if you can't get out of this, don't go down it. It's like the gatekeeper. But I'm going to film like obstacle 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll try to name them chronologically, try to show you the best, easiest route in case you want to come out here. And on the way back, I won't do much filming, but there is a single trail that I've recently found that skips this. The single trail is just as hard, but it's something different, which I will do. But let's get into it. Wheeny Creek, Geese Arm Trail South, or Geese Arm South Trail, whichever one you want to call it. It is public access. It is a full-on trail. If you don't like slow, technical rock climbing stuff, don't come. The best bike, not a DRZ 400E. I work super hard on that bike out here, but it'll get the job done. Really, you want a little 100-kilo two-stroke, or even a trials bike. You could literally spend all day along here just practicing your ways up. But on this bike, it's one way, and that's the way I know, and that's just straight ahead and hope for the best. But let's get into it. So obstacle number 1 is this first super wide section at the end of the main trail, and really there's some sections you should just not go down, and there's some sections that are better than others. I generally come down here because it just works out better for me. But as I said, if you can't go down this, don't continue on, because it only gets harder from here. Doesn't get easier, that's for sure. What do we got here? Line up this rock here. Oh, yep. So yeah, it's pretty full on, and coming up this, it's probably harder than going down, I'd say, but I'm going to take a single trail on the way back. But that is obstacle number 1. Now there's plenty of things like this along this trail, like countless obstacles, but I don't really call them the hard things. They're just little bits to break up the track, so I won't name them. But here is obstacle number 2. The easiest route is on the right there, but we might try something a little bit different today. Might just try to pop up here. Yep. Every time I come here, I just try a couple new ways, but definitely in the comments, tell me if you think this is a hard trail, if you've been here before, and give me pointers. I learn so much from reading other people's stuff, and love to always hear where I'm going wrong or where I can go better. Obstacle 3, bit of a down section. Really, the easiest way is just to go for it, and then straight into obstacle number 4. For me, I always go between the first 2 trees, and to the left of that tree and then to the right of it. But if you're an expert rider, there are so many options out here. Actually, today I might try and got that. So many options if you can pull it off. That's the question. To me, this is all four-wheel drive stuff, but it is a full-on out here. That works. Probably a bit too much gas there. I made that look pretty ugly, but a continuation of four kind of just bounces up all these rocks. And the best bit out here, choose your own route, truly. Choose your own route. Then obstacle number 5 is pretty quickly upon us. Now normally, if you're just starting out here, your very far right is your best friend, but I want to start getting better out here, so I'm going to take on a line for the first time. It's on the very far left, but yeah, first time out here, come to the right, and I'm going to head over here. So I've found this section here. I don't know if it's been recently built up or something. I'm going to give this a go. I'm vibing it. Come on, Lance. Oh, yeah. Awesome. Sick. Well, here comes obstacle, I think 6. Maybe 7. No, I think 6. But you can just keep practicing. But if you don't have a bike or radiator fan and you're going slow and it's quite warm, your bike is likely to overheat. That's definitely a thing. Mine's done that many times in the past. But let's give this a go. I'm traveling pretty good, so should be no overheating today. So this obstacle 6 or 7, there is a single trail to the right here, which that is if you can't handle this sort of terrain. And if you get halfway up, you can still join that single trail. But today, I think for a first, I'm going to try to get all the way up. Maybe a bit ugly, but we'll see what happens. And yeah, let's have some fun. All right, Lance. Let's see how we go here. I reckon we pop it back down here. Maybe get the drone up. Yeah, come up here. That's probably too hardcore to me without speed, but I'm going to try to flip it around, see what happens. So if you make it up to there, you can go on the single trail before these rocks, but I'm going to give this a shot. Come on. Gotta get up. Okay, that's awesome. And then I'm just gonna bounce my way up here. Oh, yeah, PB. Awesome. Obstacle number 7, potentially 8. A couple of ways here, but I normally go to the right there. But let's try something different. And around here we go. Oh, nice. And then it continues on. That's definitely the easy way I just took then. Nice. Now on to obstacle 8, but you do have awesome views either side. If you've never been here, there's plenty to stop and see, but this is kind of like an ongoing obstacle. I will list it as an obstacle because it does require paying attention. Once again, choose your own route, make it harder or easier. And then it continues to here. And then we come to obstacle 9. Once again, the main route, obstacle 9, is your first right as you come, but right around, have a look what takes your interest, and then practice, go for it, whatever. So I found a route over there I'm going to give a shot for the first time ever, but yeah, normally you'll just come up to the right, bit of a stick there, but I'm going to go a different way for once. Oh, get out of my own dust. I'm going to try to go up and then zigzag up. This is where the bike can overheat. I'm a bit worried about the angle of the entrance, so okay. Nice. Got the drone follow me. Oh yeah. And then it continues on to over here. I'll get the drone down, but we'll pick her out here as well. Let's just take an easier route. Epic stuff. But yeah, like I said guys, comment what I can do better. Just factoring in, if you're a good rider, give me advice. I'm on a heavy bike. I only ride once every 3 to 4 weeks. Obstacle 10, it's a bit of a weird one. Every time I come here it's different. Sometimes people have placed rocks there, but quite often forward drivers knock me out of the way, so I'm going to go up that way. But when you come here, this is one of those ones that for whatever reason people that I bring out here just don't seem to get up. There is a single trail to the right, quite a long one in the grand scheme of things, but it connects you back up to the top there if this is all looking too hard. But because I saw that rock there, I'll give that a shot. You can go up the middle there and sort of zigzag. GoPro is on. How's this gonna work, Lance? Not too fast. Wow, that was way easier than anticipated. Obstacle number 10 continues on. Let's go up here. And zigzag our way over here. And as I keep saying, this area truly is choose your own route. You can spend an hour on each obstacle if your bike's going well and your fitness is going well, and just keep practicing. I believe we're up to obstacle 11 now. I am losing count, I'll correct that in the video, but from obstacle 10 to 11 you get a bit of a break, a bit of a flat easy section. But this obstacle here is also kind of like a gatekeeper to a lookout. It's not the very last one, but one of the last ones, but there's no easy way around. There's no single trails I know of. If you're flying solo, you can kind of go to the right and then push up the left, but it's really ugly. Honestly, your best option, and this time this is in place for me, is just to build a little ramp and go straight up the guts of it, unless it's wet. If it's wet, don't even bother, in my opinion, unless you're a really good rider. Or you can head up here if that's too daunting, and you can go around. Then, as I said, you kind of got to push your bike up, but it's not pretty, it's hard, it's tight, and you just work hard. So we'll go straight up this, and if you get past this, you're guaranteed to make the lookout, in my opinion. Nice, I'll just get that drone down so it doesn't hit any of these trees, but that is very smooth if it goes well. But as soon as you hit that, don't stop like I did. I had to get my drone, but just keep powering up straight up the middle and have some fun at the route. Go up here. Today we'll go up this and maybe go up here. Yeah, as I said, if you pass that obstacle, 11 I believe it was, you are on the home stretch, really. Obstacle number 12, definitely the outside right is the way to go, up and down. I don't think I've ever mucked around to this section because it just seems like too many aggressive step-ups where momentum's taken away from me. I don't think I have the skill to do it. What do we got? I mean, maybe I could muck around there just as something to do, if I can be quick and not overheat the bike, maybe. Or nah. That's never gonna happen, Lance. No way. What about my zigzag over there? Ooh, that was slippery. Just slipped out a bit there, just realign that a bit. I wonder if I have the skill. Nah, I don't think I do. Alright, I'm going to give this a go. Got the drone up. Can I bounce my way up here? Don't think so. Nah. Well, I'll go the way I normally go, and this is gonna be take 20 at a later date. Now straight up this section though, sometimes there is a rock where this tree root is, sometimes it's not. When it's not there, it's actually really tricky to go under that tree. But today, you should be able to go over it. Oh yeah, nice. And that, for anybody watching, is the 12 or 13 main obstacles on this track. There's plenty of little things in between, but not significant in comparison. But remember, whilst you regather your energy at this lookout, everything we just went down and up, we have to go up and down, and that was between 6.5 and 7 kilometers, depending on how much zigzagging you're doing, of hard trail, not counting the first 5 kilometers or so of the little boys trail, the warm-up section. But it's so awesome out here. But I'm going to head back off camera, everything we just did, and it all becomes challenging in the other direction, and I'll pick up a single trail that avoids that last gatekeeper which we started on. So here's the single trail, very easy to pass if you're going the direction we've just been, but it's around 250 to 350 meters from the very beginning where I was doing my intro, where the little boys track finishes. But this single trail avoids that big choke point, but this is pretty hard anyway. It's not easy, but it takes you to a lookout up there, which is along the main track before having to descend into this hard stuff. So I'm going to go home via this, because I only came across it the other day. I've only done it once, so it was pretty tricky, and we'll see if I can do it a bit smoother and show you what it looks like. Here goes nothing. It's pretty tight, hard to stand the whole way for me. And then you get hit with a couple of decent hills. Just gotta go for it. Keep the throttle going. Yep. Perfect. Fallen down tree. Hit that tree. And then it pops out to the main lookout. How good is that? Well guys, that is me signing out. That is G Arms South Trail. It is hard, it is awesome, it is short-lived. About 13 kilometers return, but don't be mistaken, the main track, which is also about 10 kilometers return, that is not it. You need to descend into that gatekeeper and get amongst it. Be safe, hopefully don't flip your bike like I used to do, and on that note, I'll catch you all on the next adventure.